in the today's case, we will talk about something that although we don't hear it very often, it is a common thing in the society in which we live.
That's right. At first, I don't think this could happen, Carla, but looking at the various cases and evidence, there are amazing things.
You're very right, Sophia. Well, without more suspense, there we are terrified to present this strange case of the tomb robbers.
Tell us, mister, what this assault consists of.
Hello, good night to all of you. Well, to begin with, the definition of this concept is practically the looting of graves, either to obtain valuable belongings with which the bodies are buried, messages of revenge towards the relatives of the deceased, and even in some cases, they have come to find evidence that the bodies have been victims of necrophilia.
Well, and at some point, these acts, beyond affecting family members, can bring other kinds of consequence?
Of course, so much that in some countries like China, it is punished by the death penalty, because it breaks not only with the tradition, but also the family or even national culture that the deceased has taken. An example of this was raised in Abu Sir al-Malak, about 90 kilometers south of Cairo, place where an expedition discovered a necropolis, and after it ended in 1908, became the favorite spot for looters of tombs, causing the loss of important objects of cultural value and the wear of the land surrounding the necropolis.
How disturbing!
Yes, it's an issue, a great impact for society, but tell us, what is the most difficult thing to work on these cases?
I think that one of the most difficult things in this type of situation is to find clear testimonies of events, since it is not common for there to be many people in a cemetery, and more at the time of the assault. It usually starts at midnight, and not for any occult reasons, but is the perfect time to evade any security in a cemetery. I really don't think so. However, there may be a connection with the religious cults who, depending on the state of the body, steal bones, hair, nails, skin, other things.
Okay, how terrifying! Could you tell us about the most frightening case you have ever been involved in or heard of?
That's a good question. One of the cases that left its mark on me and in which I became interested in specializing in these cases was one where a gang of 4 men not only assaulted graves but also stole parts of the human body to commit cannibalism. This happened in East Court, northeast of Durban in South Africa.
How interesting and unpleasant, Aldo. We thank you for giving us a little introduction to this unknown world.
Yes, of course. I hope to be involved in these kinds of issues again. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yes, but no wonder men always look for a way to get what he wants by his own means, no matter the time, the difficulty, or the act.
Don't you find this team impressive?
More than impressed me, it terrified me.
Well, hold your throat very strong because next we will talk to an ex-convict who, before his redemption with society, used to life of looting of graves. With you, Mr. Godinez.
I hope you have a nice evening, mister. Could you tell us some anecdotes about when you used to do these kind of things?
Good night. Of course, in spite of being somnic, I regret. I remember that I used to enter at night to different cemeteries of the town, always wearing black clothes to avoid getting attention, and due to the lack of security. I needed nothing more than a shovel, tweezers, a hammer, and of course a sacker bag. My tactic was always to look for the tombs with the most pretentious decoration, or those that were already a little damaged by passage of time, as they were easier to open.
Once you could open the graves, what was it you took?
It depended on the state of the body and what I brought. Whatever it was, clothing, jewelry, or also the material with which the coffin was made.
And knowing more about this subject, what do you think is the main cause of these acts?
They are really varied cases. I, for example, did it for lack of economy, since the money was not enough to survive and I had to take an extreme measure. But being in this business, you meet people who do it for more strange or specific things. I once met a guy who did it just to feel adrenaline rush of looting, which is not as dangerous as a bank or a house. I have also heard a lot that they do it for more unpleasant reasons like necrophilia.
How disturbing.
One more thing. What's the most dangerous thing about committing this vandalism?
There are always risks, from injuries to being captured, which is what's happened to me. However, I'm very superstitious, and I was always afraid of the bad vibes that I could pick up on the way. But really, the most dangerous thing is in this moment to open the grave because there's no good visibility, which can cause you to fall into the pit and get seriously injured.
I guess for everything you have the skill. Thank you so much for your time, Edmund.
You're welcome. Until the next time.
What do you think so far, Sophia?
It's a very interesting topic, something out of the ordinary.
Sure. Did you know that the first record assault on a tomb was in 1017 before Christ? Evidence was found in an Egyptian papyrus, where it is told how, despite the efforts to defend the tomb of the Valley of the Kings, the priests failed in all their attempts, thus ending the banishment of Major Thebes, who was accused of committing this crime.
So long ago?
Yes, and in spite of continuing with the investigation, it is still not known how much wealth this mayor took away, and more mysterious still is that it is not known where it is hiding.
How interesting. It's good to be able to know more about the subject. We have consulted with the historian Rodrigo Monroy.
Thank you. Good and practical nights.
Welcome, mister. What can you tell us about this topic?
If there's something that calls the attention of the different civilization, it is because of its proximity to the tombs, treasure monuments, seems to want to keep the deceased in his eternal home. The happiness of every Egyptian was to build a beautiful burial place in a Nile valley. Since the deceased was accompanied by everything he needed on his journey to afterlife, the richest surrounded themselves with riches. In addition to objects made of precious metals and stones, they include clothing or furniture, with so much treasure buried. It is no wonder that Egypt suffered the looting of tombs. The graves, especially those belonging to pharaohs and queens, were systematically looted.
It is impressive how these acts have continued over time, getting better even in the way of getting these riches.
Getting to a more legal concept, in ancient times, what was the punishment suffered by assailants?
The suspects were interrogated, during which they were sometimes beaten with a stick or twisted hands and feet. All this was exposed in lengthy legal proceedings. The sentence, furthermore, for tonight consists of various corporal punishments, such as cutting off ears or noses, although the penalty for the deed was normally death, dictated by the pharaoh.
Awful, but I guess at the time it was a good punishment.
Yes, but I would say they should continue with these punishments.
Why?
I know it may sound barbarous, but lately these crimes have been on the increase, and the sultans, since that no one is doing anything, have started to become more cynical, leaving a message in the looted graves, and I think it's a great disrespect, not for the dead man, but for his family, who will be suffering for the second time.
It's true, and although everyone is free to say whatever they want, I always believe that strong situations need strong answers.
Sure, to be able to completely eradicate with these cases.
Thank you so much for your time, mister. It has been a great help to better understand the subject.
Bye.
Oh yeah, it's a weirder subject than we thought.
The world is more and more involved in misfortunes, which lead people to commit these acts. We hope you enjoy this terrifying subject.
Yes, if you would like to know more about these topics, please do not hesitate to call the station to do our question and answer section.
Do not forget that the number is 55 86 72 73. Call now and you can participate in the exclusive ticket raffle to meet our special guest at the conference Dreams of Terror that will take place next Tuesday outside the room 4D.
Always remember to turn on the light when you sit watching. Until next time.
Thus, see you soon.